friends, Miss Hackett here. Just wanted to say hello and introduce you to a couple of friends that live at my house. I have Bandy over here and I have Blitzen over here. They wanted to introduce the book Clack MOO. And this is going to be a book that helps us remember what Habit 2 is all about, beginning with the end in mind. Guys, remember, we love and miss you, and we hope to see you soon.
Hey, Wait Village leaders, it's Miss Lewis. I want to give a special shout out to Miss Hackett for sharing her cows with us today. Our story is called Clack MOO, Cows That Type. Today we're going to talk about habit number 2, begin with the end in mind. Have a plan. Clack MOO, Cows That Type by Doreen Crowan, illustrated by Betsy Lewin. Farmer Brown has a problem. His cows like to type. All day he hears click, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. At first, he couldn't believe his ears. Cows that type? Impossible. Click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. Then he couldn't believe his eyes. Dear Farmer Brown, the barn is very cold at night. We would like some electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. It was bad enough that the cows had found the old typewriter in the barn. Now they wanted electric blankets. No way, said Farmer Brown. No electric blankets. So the cows went on strike. They left a note on the barn door. Sorry, we're closed. No milk today. No milk today? Cried Farmer Brown. In the background, he heard the cows busy at work. Click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. Clickety, clack, moo. The next day, he got another note. Dear Farmer Brown, the hens are cold too. They'd like electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. The cows were growing impatient with the farmer. They left a new note on the barn door. No eggs? Cried Farmer Brown. In the background, he heard them. Click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. Clickety, clack, moo. Cows that type? Hens on strike? Who ever heard of such a thing? How can I run a farm with no milk and no eggs? Farmer Brown was furious. Farmer Brown got out his own typewriter. Dear cows and hens, there will be no electric blankets. You are cows and hens. I demand milk and eggs. Sincerely, Farmer Brown. Duck was a neutral party, so he brought the ultimatum to the cows. The cows held an emergency meeting. All the animals gathered around the barn to snoop, but none of them could understand moo. All night long, Farmer Brown waited for an answer. Duck knocked on the door early the next morning. He handed Farmer Brown a note. Dear Farmer Brown, we will exchange our typewriter for electric blankets. Leave them outside the barn door, and we will send Duck over with the typewriter. Sincerely, the cows. Farmer Brown decided this was a good deal. He left the blankets next to the barn door and waited for Duck to come with the typewriter. The next morning, he got a note. Dear Farmer Brown, the pond is quite boring. We would like a diving board. Sincerely, the ducks. Click, clack, quack. Click, clack, quack. Clickety, clack, quack. Habit 2. Begin with the end in mind. I plan ahead and set goals. I do things that have meaning and make a difference. I am an important part of my classroom and contribute to my school's mission and vision. In Clack MOO by Doreen Crowan, the animals have an end in mind. The cows become leaders and finally get electric blankets for themselves and the chickens. Cow facts. Cattle are herbivores that eat vegetation such as grass. Cattle's stomachs have 4 chambers which help break down what they eat. There are well over 1 billion cattle in the world. Young cattle are generally known as calves. Adult females are generally called cows, and adult males are generally called bulls.